Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to a bonus edition of Inside Furman Athletics. I am Dan Scott, the voice of the Paladins, and when we last left you, after our conversation with Jason Donnelly, we said that you won't see us again until August, but events warranted a pivot on that because we have a new women's basketball coach here at Furman and thought we would spend some time with Pierre Curtis today and kind of introduce him to our Furman fans. Of course, I think most people know you because you've been here forever, right?
Right.
Congratulations, man. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing good. Right now, it's just a whirlwind right
I
now.
was going to say, have you had time to really even think about catching your breath yet?
Nah. We had workouts and just phone calls and things like that. Just a bunch of congratulatory messages that I wanted to get back to. So I think Sunday's Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take Father's Day to kind of just relax and soak it all in. Right?
It had to be just a bit of a surreal experience because you and I were talking. You had known that Jackie Carson, the legend here, has been the women's basketball coach here, I think, for 13 years, has now gone on to an associate commissioner's role over women's sports in the Atlantic Coast Conference. So obviously, congratulations to her, just an incredible career move. You had known that she'd interviewed for the job, but you found out the night before the players did that she had taken it. So you literally go one day as the associate head coach, and then less than 48 hours later,
Right.
You're the man.
Right. It was very quick, a little bittersweet for our kids. 7 a.m. they find out that Coach Carson's leaving, and then 6 p.m. that same day, we have a meeting with Jason and Drew, and kind of introduced me as their new head coach, and it was just bittersweet, but they were excited though.
What was that 11-hour period in between like?
It was crazy because we were still in camp, so we were still doing like individual camp and team camp and things like that. So we never really got a chance to sit down and think about what was going on and what was happening. I was running around trying to get T-shirts and things like that, so I never really got a chance to sit down and get my thoughts together.
So do you even know what you signed?
No, I haven't. Yeah, I know what I'm looking at right now.
Okay,
so I definitely took time to look at that.
I just want to make sure that they caught you in that whirlwind. They say, "Here, just sign this," and just go from there.
No, they're gonna take care of me for sure.
That's cool. That's great. The whole thing had to come as a bit of a shock. I mean, because Jackie was entrenched here. This is her alma mater. She's a legend as a player here. Had really gone through great pains to continue to build this program. And as far as anybody knew, she was going to be here for a while, right? Yeah,
that was the plan. Me and her had talks about it and just wanted to get the program to a championship level, and I feel like we've done that. But she wanted to win one for her alma mater, and I think even though she's taken a great opportunity with the ACC, I know she really wanted to do that. So yeah, we had no clue. I thought she was going to be here for 20 years.
And would that have meant that you would have been here for, let's see, you came 3 years after she did, so would you have been here for 17 years?
That you can't predict the future too much, but me and Jackie, I've known her since I was 19.
Mm-hmm.
So as I said, it was bittersweet for the girls. It was bittersweet for me too. I've known her for 17 years. She's been my mentor, my big sister, and but I think this is kind of what we wanted. If she did move on, was for this to happen, and she's been preparing me for like the last 3 to 4 years for this.
Well, and that's where I was going to go because you've been on staff for 10 years, but the last 4 you have been the associate head coach. So what was that transition like, and what did it mean to be the associate head coach at the women's program here?
It just meant I had a little bit more responsibility, just with the day-to-day operations of the program. So I got a little bit of the behind-the-scenes look at what she actually did from a day-to-day.
And you still wanted the job.
Yeah, still wanted the job. You got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah, I got you.
For sure.
But so that's like a 4-year apprenticeship, right?
Right. Under someone as excellent as Jackie. So
the you and I were just talking before we started recording. You've met with the team.
Right.
And as of right now, everybody is committed to staying around, right?
Right.
So you feel like you've got a pretty good core of talent. If you think back to the just completed season, it was a year that was just depleted with season-ending injuries for this team. So if everybody comes back healthy, I think you have to feel pretty good about where this roster is. Am I right?
No, for sure. We feel like we have a pretty competitive roster. The plan is to maybe try to add one or two more. Mm-hmm. But with everyone coming back and hopefully healthy, and we had some injuries that weren't even season ending that during the season derailed us. I mean, we played a couple games with 7 kids. So last year was a year that I kind of want to forget a little bit of, but I think it built character for some of the kids that got to play.
But I would imagine it was also a learning experience for you as a coach, especially now that you've taken the step into the head coaching position.
Yeah, just how to manage like some disappointments and defeats a little bit better. Since I've been here, we haven't had a year like that, so that was a rough one to endure. But just trying to get the next man up mentality to the kids, and I think we kind of did that a little bit.
And when things are going bad, they look to their leaders to see how they're responding to the situation, don't they?
Yeah, for sure. And so for me, I just try to have the most. I'm an energetic guy. I like try to be upbeat and. Because I know they're looking at me for that confidence, so I try not to show how I really feel inside at times. So
the old duck on the water,
yeah,
calm here in the feet.
Yeah, I was. My mind was swirling last year. They're trying to figure things out.
Pierre Curtis with us on this bonus edition of Inside Furman Athletics. We're recording this on Thursday morning. Later today, he'll be officially introduced at his press conference here at Furman. I think this is going to be released after that. But he'll be officially introduced and is already on the job and working. Let's go back. I want to talk about your playing career for a moment because you had a fine career at James Madison.
Right, a long time ago.
Listen, I've seen you in practice. You still run some stuff with the scout team.
Right.
Are you gonna
have to?
You're gonna have to retire the jump shot now?
No, because our kids talk a lot of junk, so I'm gonna have to show them a little bit that we still got it.
So you'll still be in
just
there from time to
just
time.
a little bit.
But you had a really, really fine career. Exited there as at the time the program leader in steals and assists, and so what was A, coaching always on your radar, and B, did you think it would be coaching women's basketball? Because I know you did a couple of years as a high school girls coach.
Right. No, I think like every kid growing up, they want to play professionally, right? Mm-hmm. They think they're going to play in the NBA or WNBA for 10 to 15 years, and that was my goal for sure. What happened was I started to get really close with Kenny Brooks and Jackie when I was at JMU, and just trying to learn a little bit more of what they went through to prepare us for games. And my senior year, I was blessed enough to just intern with Jackie, and that was when I decided I wanted to coach women's basketball. Just the passion that everyone plays with, it's a little bit different than the men's side. It's a lot more skill, but it's pure basketball. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, when I'm done playing professionally, I really want to get into the women's game. I didn't play as long as I wanted to, but it definitely prepared me for where I'm at now.
So you thought it would be down the road?
Yeah, a long time. I thought I thought I would be playing until at least 32, 33. And yeah, I played until about 24. So it didn't work out the way I wanted to, for sure.
But hey, at least you played.
Right.
You know, Tom Van Hoy and I talk all the time. He's got a friend who was a professional baseball player, and he struggled in the minor leagues for years, a decade or more, and got one game in the major leagues. One game. And Tom asked him one time, he said, was it worth it? He said, absolutely.
Absolutely.
He said, I'd do it all over again.
Right.
Just for that one moment.
Just for that 1 year, I would do it again.
So you understand, right?
Oh, for sure.
Pierre Curtis with us. He is the new women's basketball coach here at Furman, replacing Jackie Carson, who's gone on to work with the Atlantic Coast Conference. I texted Jackie this morning, and and congratulated her and told her, I said the ACC office is going to get a much needed fashion update.
For sure. Yeah, no doubt about it. She's gonna be Jackie no matter where she is.
You're not going to try to live up to that standard, are you?
I would never set myself up for disappointment like that, right? For failure like that. I would never do that,
Oh, that's smart. So, what is the Pierre Curtis coaching philosophy? What will a Furman women's team look like under your direction?
Yeah, I think for me, like we're gonna see pride, right? And for me, pride is passion, respect, integrity, discipline, and then obviously just encompassing everybody. We're gonna play hard. We're gonna play fast. The plan is to play a lot more free, and kind of give them options and reads to make. I think we'll be a lot more aggressive defensively. And like I said, that's the plan right now, and that's what I'm looking for. Obviously, the players have to be able to do that for that to work. And if I get to a point where I'm like, you know what, I need to dial it back a little bit and go back to what we did a little bit last year as far as running a lot of plays and things like that, then I'll do that too. Just
because
to be
sometimes
successful.
you have to recruit to a
I have
philosophy.
to recruit to the philosophy, right? So I think we do have kids on our roster that can transition to what I want to do. But what I tell people, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm not. I just want to renovate it a little bit and put my own touches on it.
Comes down to putting the ball in the basket one more time than the opposing team, doesn't it?
Exactly, for sure.
However you get there.
However we get there.
Speaking of recruiting, obviously you spent time as a recruiting coordinator. You have the relationship with all of the ladies who are on the team now, which helps in that retention and a turnover. A coaching change like this, what will the recruiting philosophy be, knowing that there are certain parameters here at Furman that you have to work within?
Sure. Well, the good thing is I've been here for 10 years, so I kind of know exactly what we need to get here and who works here and who doesn't as far as a student-athlete. I'm not going to change that. I'm going to get a little bit, hopefully get a couple more athletic kids in, but I'm not going to change how we recruit. We've always recruited good people over talent, right? We always wanted to make sure we got good kids in here, good families, and things of such. So I'm not going to recruit talent over that. I'm going to get kids over talent right now.
And I think that's important at a school this size. And we know that the pool of players that are available because of the academic standards here is significantly smaller anyway.
Right.
But I think if we've seen anything here on this campus from a basketball standpoint, it's the philosophy that Bob has instituted with the men is they're going to be a developmental program in this day of one and dones and transfers, portal and everything else, to get kids to commit to staying here, go through the program and develop. That is the exception rather than the rule right now. So you have got to, as you said, you've got to go after a specific kind of kid, family background, all of those things have to factor in to get who is a fit for what you want to do.
No doubt about it. And we're not. Like I tell people, we're not a transfer portal destination. That's not what I want to be. I want to get kids in and develop them, and I think that's who wins is teams with continuity. Like you look at the NCAA tournament, it's not the one and done teams that are winning it. It's the teams that are older and have a lot more continuity with each other and chemistry with each other. So that's the route I want to go.
Yeah, it's the difference, I always say, in building a team versus building a program.
Right, for sure.
So what do the immediate next few days and weeks hold for you when you do finally get a chance to catch your breath? There's not a whole lot of time.
Right. Well, actually, after the press conference today, I'm going recruiting tomorrow and Saturday.
It's right on the road.
Right on the road. And then Sunday I'll relax, and then next week we just keep adding things to practices and throwing different things at them. But also I have to hire, someone a staff member to replace me, and that's been a little crazy right now with the amount of people that are interested in the job. It's a good thing to have a lot of people interested.
Have a lot of friends you didn't know you had. Don't you?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of friends I didn't know I have. I have a lot of emails right now with resumes of people I didn't know, but it's exciting. It's a good time. Everybody, I think it's a good time to be a part of the Furman family with everything we have going on with the basketball world. So I think it's good.
And with only having to hire one person, that means that the staff is going to be retained as well.
Yes, luckily.
Continuity, right?
Yep, it helps the transition for sure. And I think we have a great staff. We've been here together for 2 years. And I'm looking forward to year 3. They're excited to kind of throw some new ideas at me. You know, we always throw new ideas at Coach Jackie. You know, it's her decision to take them or not. And then now they're throwing them at me, and I'm like, well, I don't know if I really want to do that yet. So, you know, everybody has a suggestions.
No, nobody knows. I mean, you can do all the training you want to do and 4 years as an associate head coach, but until you sit in that chair, and I know you've only been in it for a handful of days,
Right.
but until you sit in that chair, you really don't know what it's like, do you?
I have zero clue. The amount of decisions that you have to make, I haven't got with Jackie yet, but I can't wait to just tell her, like, you said you had to make you didn't want to make decisions when you went home, and I don't want to make those either when I go home because you make so many on a day-to-day basis.
You may have to end up apologizing to
I am. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I don't want to let her know. Tell me she told me so quick, but I'm definitely.
But she will.
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
She will.
For sure.
That's fantastic. So you have the ladies on campus right now,
Right.
And what are you allowed to do with them at this juncture?
Yeah. So right now we have 8 hours. So they lift for 4, and then we have 4 hours of workouts spread out throughout the week. So this week we did 2 team workouts, just implementing a couple new things. Mm-hmm. Obviously tightening up on some of the things we've already done in the past. And then today we had a workout this morning. And I just gave them it was just a position split. We put the post down here, the guards down here, and I let each assistant just take and work on skill development. And I just kind of watched and chimed in every once in a while, but I let them run that this morning.
So already delegating authority.
Yeah. You know, listen, I learned from Jackie that at times we have position splits every day, mm-hmm. and she would kind of just watch and let us be us. And that's one thing I learned from her is you got to let your assistant coaches be who they are. That's what you hired them to be, and so that's where we're going.
I'm not going to ask if you're excited because I know you are, but at what juncture will all of the I don't know if euphoria is even the right word, but eventually it's going to settle into a grind. Are you ready for the grind?
Oh, yeah, I'm prepared. I'm ready. I think this is what I've been working my whole career for. Mm-hmm. And I think after Sunday, when I just get a chance to sit and relax, Monday I'll be ready. It'll be grind time. It'll be ready to go.
Be ready to roll.
Right.
Well, again, this will be released after the introductory press conference on Thursday afternoon, and then it's pretty much on. You get the chance on Father's Day to breathe, and then program's in your hands.
Right. And I'm excited. I look forward to this season and just the support we've already had, and just putting a competitive team out there and letting everybody enjoy watching us play.
Have you heard, as we get set to wrap up, have you heard from boosters and supporters of the program?
Yeah, I mean, immediately. As soon as the news came out, I had a bunch of texts, and I don't even know if I've gotten back to everybody yet, but just saying how excited they were and, proud, and, I got a couple emails as well. So I definitely appreciate all the support from everybody, and our plan is to make you proud and put a competitive team out there for you to enjoy to watch.
Just give him time, folks. He's got to hire a coach and all these other things that are going on, but he'll get to you.
I'm going to get to everybody. I think my phone is broke. It's showing 300 messages, but I don't know where they are, so I can't find them. I got to get it fixed.
That's outstanding. Hey, Pierre, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's great to see the for lack of a better term, the transition of power, and we can't wait to see where this program's going to go.
I appreciate you for that.
That is your new women's basketball coach here at Furman, Pierre Curtis. We're going to let him go so he can continue following wherever the whirlwind takes him over these next few days. And I think, unless something else breaks, we will see you again in August when football season starts and practice begins on the next edition of Inside Furman Athletics. For Pierre, I am Dan Scott, as always, saying God bless you and so long, everybody.